Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome in Let's Connect with Prerna. I am going live today with Principal of City Montessori School and I'm inviting Jyoti ma'am to join in my I am inviting Jyoti Kashyap ma'am to join my session. She is Principal of City Montessori School Aliganj, Lucknow and she will be live with us soon. I request student of City Montessori School to write their questions in the comment box and I will also be asking those questions to her. Welcome everyone once again. I am going live today with Principal of City Montessori School Aliganj and Jyoti ma'am would be live with us. So all the students of CMS, they can write their question in the comment box. Hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Prerna.
How are you?
I'm good, dear.
So welcome everyone, and today I am live with Jyoti Kashyap ma'am. She is principal of City Montessori School, Aliganj, Lucknow. And today we will be talking about a lot of questions related to school education and careers after class 12. So welcome once again, Jyoti ma'am.
Thank you so much, Prerna.
सो टू बिगिन विथ मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन आपसे ज्योति मैम कि काफी ज्यादा ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन को लेकर के बहुत ज्यादा अवेयरनेस और बहुत सारे डिस्कशंस जो है होते रह रहे हैं तो पहला मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है मैम सीएमएस अलीगंज में किस तरीके से ऑनलाइन क्लासेस को लेकर के टू मेक इट मोर इंटरैक्टिव टू मेक इट मोर इंटरेस्टिंग रैदर क्या किस तरीके से व्हाट आर दी टेक्निक्स आर वी यूजिंग
So, Prerna, first of all, I would like to say that this was nothing new for CMS teachers.
Right.
Because already we have the interactive whiteboards and the
Right.
teachers have been teaching through these interactive whiteboards in the classrooms also, right from the year 2013. So they had a lot of knowledge about this. And then this did not come as a surprise to us because the teachers, somewhat they were mentally prepared.
Right.
Of online teaching. They were doing Google Classrooms trainings for that as well. So the moment we got to know about the lockdown, the first thing which we did was that we just had a quick training, 2-3 days training of all the teachers just to brush them up with whatever is required for online. And you would not believe, I think 18th our Prime Minister said that the schools would be closed, and it was 21st of March 2020 when we started with online classes. And the teachers really took it up as a challenge. Not only that, then we thought that they need, more knowledge regarding the various tools, the various apps. So a thorough training was given to them.
Right.
By Heritage. And that was made mandatory for all the teachers, not only of CMS Aliganj, for all the teachers across CMS campuses.
Right.
And they all got a certificate for that. I think that gave them a lot of confidence. And not only teachers, even the principals. We also took up that training. We also got a certificate. So when you are a part of the team, I think the teachers also, they enjoy a lot. And they also feel very confident that, well, the principal is also doing it, so why not?
True.
So they really took it up as a challenge, and we got a lovely feedback. The parents were happy. We did everything possible online, and we got a real good response in that.
राइट मैम हम अभी आपने टेक्निक और इसकी बात करी आई थिंक टीचर्स के लिए बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग भी होगा क्योंकि उनको ही सबसे पहले स्टूडेंट और एक लर्नर की तरह बहुत सारी चीजें मतलब आई थिंक जो क्योंकि आई मीन इफ आई टॉक अबाउट माई सेल्फ बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें कि हम आज भी टेक सेवी नहीं है तो मैं चाहूंगी मैम उसमें यू प्लीज टेल ऑल ऑफ अस हु आर वाचिंग आई मीन स्टूडेंट स्पेशली कि वो किस तरीके के चैलेंजेस थे जो टीचर्स ने या लेट्स से प्रिंसिपल्स ने भी इनिशियल दौर पे जब लॉकडाउन का हुआ वो फेस करे
Yeah, so initially, see, there were many problems because everybody was at home.
Yeah, true.
Now, It was a lockdown for the parents.
Yeah.
In some cases, both parents are working.
Right.
Now there are two children in the house. They are also studying online. Parents are studying or working online. So you need at least 4 devices. Now you can't expect anybody to be working on a mobile for 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
That was a very big challenge because whenever we spoke to the parent, no, the child has to be on laptop because it's very difficult, to sit on a mobile and study for 6 periods. So
Absolutely.
we used to tell them, and they used to say, "Ma'am, see, you please understand our problem also because we need four systems in the house. Do you think that's possible?" So then we thought of a plan, and the plan was that we just felt that let's have evening classes for some children who are facing
Okay.
these kind of problems.
Okay.
So we started off with evening classes for the pre-primary, primary children because other than the devices, they were having other issues also, wherein if there was nobody to help them out to log in, log out, things like that.
Right.
So I think parents were really very happy because when we started off with this, but it was a real challenge for the teachers. Now teachers are at home, the family is there, children
True.
are there,
True.
so
So
they have to
true.
cater to all fronts together. Then if you tell them that there is an evening class also, please arrange for that. So, but
Yeah.
the positive thing is that the teachers, they were very proactive.
Right.
They really took charge of the situation, I would say,
Right.
and they really emerged as winners. At no point of time did we face this that, well, how will we do it? And that's the time for cooking, and that's the time for feeding.
Yeah.
We not even one such case came up wherein the teachers said that, well, it will not be possible to do such a thing.
राइट सो मैम टीचर्स की बात हो रही है और आज गुरु पूर्णिमा भी है तो आपका मैसेज राइट उन सभी के लिए बिकॉज आई थिंक हमारी एक जो बेसिक एजुकेशन से भी पहले तो जो हम कोई भी चीजें सीखते हैं इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम अ टीचर
Yeah.
anything the way they dress up, the way they look, the way they carry themselves, their articulation, the way they talk, I mean almost everything we really learn from our teachers. तो उन सभी टीचर्स के लिए उनको इस टाइम पे एनकरेज करने के लिए मैम इस चैलेंजिंग टाइम पे बिकॉज आई थिंक दे हैव बीन द रियल हीरोज स्पेशली कि इस एजुकेशन को इम्पार्ट करते रहे क्लासेस चलते रहे इसमें बहुत बड़ा रोल जो है वो टीचर्स और सारी एजुकेशन कम्युनिटी को है तो मैम आपका मैसेज पहले तो उन सारी टीचर्स के लिए है आज के
So
उस पे
first of all, I would like to wish each and every teacher a very, very wonderful or great Guru Purnima, because I think if teachers are there, they are the builders of the nation.
so true
So I would like to wish them all a wonderful Guru Purnima today. And second thing is, we have been talking so much about the frontline warriors.
so true
Now, frontline warriors were the policemen, the doctors, the nurses, the soldiers. What do you say for our teachers? I feel they have stood the test of times.
बिल्कुल
Had there been no teachers in this hour of crisis, there would have been no teaching learning.
so true मैम
So I would like to salute all the teachers because it's only and only due to their efforts that the process of teaching and learning went on smoothly. So hats off to each and every teacher who's listening to me today.
I think whosoever is watching us, especially I can see a lot of teachers logging in and commenting in the comment box. So I wish, I mean, the same message goes from my side also. A very happy Guru Purnima to everyone who is watching us right now. Now another question, मैम आज रिजल्ट आ रहा है तो उन बच्चों के लिए जो काफी एक्साइटेड होंगे आज अपने रिजल्ट को लेकर के स्पेशली मैम जिन बच्चों का क्लास 12 पास हो रहा है मैम उनके लिए आपका क्या मैसेज है
So I think yes, this will be a historical result, a result without examination, I would say.
True,
So the
so true.
excitement that we used to have since morning, whenever we got to know that the results are going to be declared,
Yeah,
I think that type of excitement is not there today. But then for the children, I would like to say that 12th class is not the end of the career.
true.
This is not the end of the career. And moreover, they have worked throughout the year. They've given all the tests, they've given the unit tests, the online examinations, also comparative exam, we had the offline exam. So they have done their bit.
So true.
And as far as admissions are concerned, they are not the only ones affected. It's not only Lucknow children or the children of India or the children of UP who are being affected by this.
जी.
The entire world is affected.
Yes, ma'am.
So they should not be depressed. They should not be disheartened that why it happened only with us. It has happened with everybody.
बिल्कुल.
So the opportunities for admission, be it university or be it some other good colleges, they remain the same.
बिल्कुल.
And they will still get admissions. And now again, it is online admissions. So I feel it's going to be really exciting, and the children should not lose hope because everybody is on the same pedestal. It's not that they gave the exam, I was not able to. So everybody is on the same pedestal. So probably they will get admission in good colleges, and now is the time when they need to concentrate on their career, and I'm sure they're going to do very well in life. So my message to them is, do not be bothered. I'm sure there is something more interesting for you ahead.
Absolutely. ज्योति मैम, सीएमएस के कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का जो है 11th-12th के स्पेशली बच्चों के हमारे पास कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए, उसमें से एक क्वेश्चन ये था मैम, that they are feeling very discouraged, and I mean the kind of positivity should be there which start happening right after class 10th. जो एक्साइटमेंट होता है कि फैमिली के लोगों से लेकर के नेबर्स के लोग पूछने लगते हैं, इस साल तो बोर्ड है आपका, आगे क्या डिसाइड किया है. सो दिस इंटायर ऑरा इज मिसिंग. So here, I mean, what do you have to say so that they keep their motivation intact, और irrespective कि yes online admissions हो रहे हैं और जो एक general well-being भी जो affect हुई है मैम, इन सबको ध्यान में रखते हुए भी आगे किस तरीके से फोकस रहे, स्पेशली जो बच्चे इस बार अपना 12th दे करके आगे करियर डिसाइड करने वाले हैं, और उन बच्चों के लिए भी जो 10th से अब 11th में आए हैं.
Yes. So the thing is, as I said, that this is not the end of the career. They have to understand this first. I do understand that schooling is a very important part of life. Probably why they are depressed, why they are discouraged, because the small things which they do in school, playing pranks in the classroom, then the break time when they share their lunches and the tiffins, going to the canteen, going to the field and then playing, that is missing. They are not much bothered why. I think teaching learning is taking place, and it's taking place in a more organized manner because they're getting more time. The traveling time is also not there. Everything is there. Teachers are trying their best to give them the best.
Right.
They have so many opportunities. They can take so many, online courses where they get certificates, so they can enhance their own profile.
Absolutely.
But then what is missing is this aspect of schooling, and that is the reason they are not able to talk to their friends, that personal interaction.
Absolutely.
I think that's very important. Playing pranks in the classroom, that's very important. We have all grown like that.
Right.
So the reason is not that they're disturbed about their studies. The reason is, I think some children had come up to me the other day and they said, ma'am, why only we? I said, what happened? They said, ma'am, what about our farewell? We are in class 12.
Yes.
So they look forward to these occasions when they can dress up, when they can celebrate, when they can be a part of the school functions. So that is all they are missing. And I know there are certain children who have taken it up very nicely, very sportingly. But there are certain children who are slightly, discouraged and depressed. So the other day I was talking to the council members and I just told them that, well, let's hope and pray that this pandemic is out of our lives and we can still celebrate, So they said, ma'am, we'll still have the farewell. I said, why not? We can still plan something for you all. So I think we have the counselor also, and when we get to know about, certain such things, certain cases, then we make the counselor talk to the children so that they feel a little assured. Sometimes we need to talk to the parents also, because see, all the time children are sitting at home and the parents also there, and they are watching all their activities. So they are getting, hyper, they're getting worked up because otherwise they don't know. Morning child has gone to school.
True.
Comes back in the afternoon, in the evening, so they don't even know how the child has spent the day. But now they are seeing each and every minute there are nagging mothers all the time, padho types, So there are so many reasons to be disturbed. Not only this, that why the studies are not taking place properly. And we are catering to that. We have our school counselors, we have certain teachers who are very experienced in this field, and they are also helping out the children.
Right. Ma'am, another question from CMS school, Aliganj branch के एक parent का है. पेरेंट का कहना है कि जो स्क्रीन टाइम है मैम वो काफी बढ़ चुका है बच्चों का। अब उसमें मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट टू एक्चुअली गेज इन दैट एक्चुअली जो बच्चा है वो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में ही बिजी है, या दैट इंटायर टाइम इज बीन यूटिलाइज इनटू समथिंग व्हिच इज नॉट प्रोडक्टिव। ऑल्सो दैट अभी आपने जो बोला, जो एक नैगिंग, ऑब्वियसली एवरीबडी, सब आई थिंक ज्यादातर लोगों का वर्क फ्रॉम होम है, बच्चे भी घर पर हैं, एंड एवरीबडी इज स्टक विद देयर सिस्टम और लेट्स से देयर लैपटॉप और फोन्स। इस सिचुएशन में हाउ शुड दे हैंडल द किड्स, एंड स्पेशली दे फील दैट टीचर का भी यहाँ एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल होता है, तो कैन इट बी समथिंग थ्रू टीचर दैट the student mind themselves, which is very important, like it happens in a classroom.
Yeah. Prerna, I don't know about other schools, but in our school, we are following proper netiquettes.
Right.
That is, when the child will get up in the morning, you cannot attend the class without school uniform. You have to be properly dressed,
Right.
Then only you can start off with the classes. We have a proper assembly in the morning, so it starts with the prayer, the thought, the virtue, the news of the day and all that, to just set that tone for, class, so that they feel that they are in the classroom. And this was told to the children, through orientation programs right in the beginning when we started the lockdown last year. So, and they were still following that.
Yeah.
I think in CMS, yes, as you talked about the screen time, that is an issue. And sometimes, the children do complain of that. But if you ask me, I think especially the teenagers, even if it is not, if the classes are not going online, so many parents have been complaining in the past that children are stuck to the mobile, chatting and Facebook and Insta and whatnot. True. So as it is, they were spending a lot of time on the screen.
Absolutely.
So now the need is this. We cannot do without it. For that, I would suggest, and I've been suggesting to quite a few parents who came to me as well, they need to, take off their eyes from the screen for some time. There are certain exercises, and we have attended sessions also. We made our children also attend a few sessions, wherein, certain eye exercises they need to do off and on. Maybe when we have 5 minutes time between one class and the other class, they can try those exercises. It is somewhat, you have to say that where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. So
you
true.
Have to have that will.
Yes.
And whatever the mind of a person can conceive and believe it can achieve. So right now your mindset has to be like that, well, I cannot do without it. If the parent says to me that, well, what do we do if the child does not attend the class? So if the child does not attend the class, is going to miss on the studies. But then the child has himself to see that other than that, unnecessarily not wasting time on mobiles, not unnecessarily, chatting with friends, WhatsApping, all that they keep doing throughout. So I think if they are a little conscious about how they are planning themselves, things would fall in the right place.
Absolutely. ज्योति मैम, एक क्वेश्चन, मतलब एक क्वेरी जिसमें कि बहुत ज्यादा मतलब टू मच डेटा इज अवेलेबल, दैट इज न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी. तो एग्जैक्टली मतलब some says that वो already new education policy is already in execution, some says that it is yet to be decided, and I get a lot of questions. और अब तो मैं मीम्स भी देखने लगी हूँ एनईपी को लेके, तो मैं चाहूंगी मैम कि एनईपी को लेकर के आप थोड़ा सा just educate all of us.
Yeah. So actually earlier the education, we were stuck to these subjects, this kind of a curriculum.
Right.
Now the new education policy which is coming up, that is basically more towards skill development. Yes. And I think that is something very important.
Yes.
So earlier the distribution was like 10+2 system we have been seeing from such a long time.
Yes.
But with this policy coming in, it's going to be 5+3 +3+4. This is how it's going to be, like first 5 years up to class 2, and then it's 3, that is 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, and then 9 to 12.
Yes.
And focuses more on skill development. Till now, the children used to look for certain opportunities abroad, when they wanted to go for higher studies.
Right.
Because, there is so much of this thing that here, whatever you take, you have to study, and
Right,
in
right.
universities abroad, and now even in certain universities in India also, they are doing it this way that, you can have certain majors and you can decide after first year that this is a subject I want to do. So
बिल्कुल.
more concentration is going to be on that. The government is also planning that, certain good universities, the campuses, some branches can be here in India as well. So,
That's
so that the
right,
children get
right.
enough guidance as to how to go about it. The implementation part, they're not too sure when it's going to start, basically. But I think very soon we are going to start off with this, and let's see how it works.
Absolutely. I think जो आपने skill development की बात की, that is really very encouraging, and I think it will also enhance that जो personality development की जो traits होते हैं बच्चों में, जो confidence building के traits होते हैं बच्चों में, वो बहुत ही young age से मैम वो उनके अंदर आने लगेंगे.
That's true. That's
Right. Right. So another thing, ma'am, which is related to mental health. So we want to know that in CMS, especially when we talk about academic counselors, do we also have counselors where, if there are any help related, related to mental health? Because I think online education को लेकर के general well-being जो भी हम बात भी कर रहे थे, वो काफी ज्यादा affect हुई है. तो उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए मैम एनी मे बी सच काउंसलिंग सेशंस और रेगुलर एक्सरसाइजेज और लेट्स से रेगुलर डिस्कशंस with the student or with the parent. So we want to know that I mean, how are we taking care of mental health when it comes to student?
Yes. So when I was talking about counseling, when the children, when you said the children would be depressed and all, I was talking about the school counselor who's looking after the mental health. And I
जी.
think just 10 minutes ago, I was talking to that our counselor Naima, and every day, she is catering to such cases. She has maintained a record. She comes and shows it to us,
Right.
that these children I met, these parents I met, and there are various kinds of issues. And I would say, as I said, that there are certain nagging mothers, there are certain people who are too ambitious. So there was a child in class 5, and scored around, I think, 90% or 89% in class 5.
Yeah.
Now, the apprehension of the mother was that the child is not perfect enough to go
Okay.
to the next class.
Okay.
89%, if you please. So the counselor, she came to me and she said, "Ma'am, there is a parent and she wants that the child should repeat class 5." I said,
Okay.
"Repeat class 5? What happened? Not well." "No, ma'am. The parent feels that the child, if the boy repeats class 5, will get 100% next time, and
Oh.
then would be perfect in everything."
Oh.
So I said, please call the parents to school, counsel them, tell them that class 5, they cannot expect everybody getting 100%,
बिल्कुल.
and that is not the criteria for perfection. And if at all they are not convinced, then you let them speak to me.
Yeah.
So she called the parents to school. She spoke to them. Now the child is in class 6, so they agreed that yes, they understood. So we have a counselor doing good work and looking after the mental health, and we have regular sessions with the children also. Each in charge, she has a record of such children,
जी.
who are somewhat, discouraged, depressed, some family background. There are so many issues which, because of which the
बिल्कुल.
children don't behave normally. So there were children who used to just log in at the time of online studies, and when the teacher is calling out, the child is not there.
Not there.
So when
Not
we
there.
spoke to the parent said, "नहीं हमारे सामने तो log in कर लेता है, and then we really don't know. ये तो आप लोग को देखना पड़ेगा." So we tried convincing the parents, "See, अभी तो बच्चा आपके साथ है, so I
बिल्कुल.
think you have to play a role here."
बिल्कुल.
So then we got to know that all the time the mother was saying this.
Right.
Said, so they start revolting in this manner. That's the reaction to so many things happening in the house. So we have
बिल्कुल.
counselors, they treat the children very lovingly. We have a career counselor separate and a
Okay.
counselor separate for dealing
Okay.
with these kinds of things. Yeah.
Okay. So जिन्होंने भी मुझे क्वेश्चंस भेजे थे मेंटल हेल्थ और काउंसलिंग से रिलेटेड, आई थिंक वी हैव एन आंसर हियर. You can reach out to the school counselor, to the academic counselor, or you can reach out to Jyoti ma'am for such queries. Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime.
Bilkul. Ma'am, another question coming back to the teachers, right? Uh, yeah. So, ma'am, I mean, I think that the role of women, right, in these difficult time have been very, very difficult and challenging, right? Whether they are housewives or they are working women. So,
Hmm.
we would like to listen from you that how, all of us should keep ourselves motivated in these difficult time, and matlab, we should just be hopeful, grateful, and stay very positive. So, we would like to listen from you.
Yeah, so first thing is that I would suggest that everybody should be proactive.
Yes,
That's very important.
yes,
Now, keep telling yourself that if there is life, there will be problems. It cannot be smooth always.
बिल्कुल
So, this shall also pass. That has to be the mantra.
बिल्कुल मैम.
This, everybody has to understand this. That if this pandemic is there, then this is not going to last forever.
True.
Maybe in their lifetime, it's never going to come again.
बिल्कुल.
So, how to adapt to a crisis? That learning has to be there in every institution right from the beginning.
Yes.
The children should also know how to adjust to a particular situation when there is a problem, when there is a crisis. You just cannot give up.
बिल्कुल.
You have to know how to face that problem and how to face it properly and emerge as winners. So,
बिल्कुल.
as for the teachers, I would, as I said, I would just like to congratulate them once again, because they were not only a housewife, they were looking after their parents, they were looking after their children, they had
Right.
to cook also, and
Right.
they had to manage the schoolwork also. So it was very challenging.
Right.
But then I think that is why they are teachers, because teachers' life is full of sacrifice.
बिल्कुल.
You have to give priority to your work, and not to any work, but I would say this is a profession where your work comes before anything else. I
Absolutely.
strongly believe in that,
Yes.
because at some point of time, even I was a teacher. It's just 21 years that I've been the principal. Before that, even I was a teacher.
जी.
And believe me, I always gave priority to my work.
जी.
Always. And even my family supported me a lot. Really, they supported me a lot. So my child was very small when I was, when I was made the principal, and initially I was quite hesitant. She was just
Okay.
in class 4.
Okay.
She wasn't just in class 4. And believe me, once I reached home, my husband had gone to his office. And when I reached home, with the shoes on and everything, she was sleeping. I felt so bad seeing her. The food was there on the table now. So probably now what we need to do is, I think I should quit. And that child, who's just hardly 9 years old, she told me
जी.
that, Mama, for these small things, does a person ever quit the job? This is a small
Wow.
thing. I didn't have food today, so it's fine. And tomorrow I'll have it. So any other child would have said, yes, Mama, ठीक है, बिल्कुल आप घर पे रहो, कोई मिलता नहीं है घर पे, these type of
बिल्कुल.
things.
बिल्कुल.
But
बिल्कुल.
she, and the reason why she became so independent was because I was hardly able to take care of her. She was taking care of herself all the time. When she came back from school, there was nobody in the house. So opening the lock, then having her lunch, changing her clothes, and then resting, and then again studying and doing homework. So she did her MBA and all, and now she's She's in Mumbai. She's
Wow.
happily settled, and she's working there. So I don't know whether she's watching the program right now or not, but I would give her full credit, because she has been a very independent child always. So, and I think it's just because I was too busy.
I think I mean this is so motivating. I mean I am very sure that अगर वो देख भी रही होंगी और बाद में या तो वीडियो देखेंगी, क्योंकि I think जो इंडिपेंडेंस है मैम वो आपको बहुत ज्यादा मोटिवेट.
Yeah, she's putting a remark. That's true. Proud of you. Yeah,
So yeah, she's online and watching us. Jyoti ma'am, before we conclude our conversation, and I know that today you must be so busy, results are just about to come, and lots and lots of work. So Jyoti ma'am, your message to all the students who are in school, who are going to get their result today, and who have decided where they have to go in future. What's your message for them, Jyoti ma'am?
So the thing is, I would like to tell them that they have to be very, very proactive. they
बिल्कुल
should be focused. They
बिल्कुल
should know that, well, this is my dream, this is my target, and
yes
all my efforts have to be directed towards that dream.
right
Because once you set a target, once you set a goal for yourselves and you work towards it, I'm
yes
sure there's nothing which can hinder your progress or your success.
absolutely
So, these children, I would say that you have a lot of potential, and every child has a potential. They have to understand their inner self. They
yes
have to understand what potential lies within them.
yes
And once they've understood that, they need to work upon that. It could be anything. It's not essential that you become an engineer or a doctor or whatever. You
true
may be a very good singer. We have got so many artists. We have
yes
got so many good singers. We've got so many good musicians.
yes
Identify what your talent is. Work towards that talent, and I'm sure you will be on the top of the world. That's my message
absolutely
to them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for being a part of this, talk show. And most importantly, I think the entire conversation जो हमारा अभी तक का रहा, ma'am, it was very motivating and inspiring for everyone, especially teachers and for students as well. Because जब मैंने करा कि मैं CMS अलीगंज की टीचर्स के प्रिंसिपल के साथ लाइव जा रही हूँ, I've got a lot of queries from CMS school के students and their parents, and I'm really sure they'll be feeling very good that all their queries were answered today.
And I would also like to mention here that the parents, they have to be very careful about the girl child education,
बिल्कुल
because we
मैम बिल्कुल
understand that there's a lot of crisis,
यस
and we understand there are financial constraints also.
यस यस
But that all is fine. But then we always have heard and we know, and I think this is an African proverb by Mr. Brigham Young,
या
and he always said that if you educate a man, educate a boy, you educate an individual. But if you educate a girl, you educate the generation and you educate the nation.
बिल्कुल
So I think everybody has to be on the same page. They have to understand the importance of the education of a girl
राइट
child,
राइट
because they make the nation.
यस
And for them to be independent, for them to be financially sound, it
साउंड
is something which is very, very important.
बिल्कुल
And I would like to mention here that our founders are a founder manager and a founder director. They have said that if there is any crisis, come to us. They can come to me. We are giving them concessions. If at all a child has lost the father, right from July, or any one parent, we are giving them 40% concession. Just in case, unfortunately, if both the parents have lost their lives in COVID, free education up to class 12, no matter which class the child is in.
राइट
So through this platform, I would like to tell each and every parent who's listening to me, please avail of the opportunities which you're getting in CMS.
बिल्कुल
We are there for you always, because you are our family.
बिल्कुल
And this, the children and the parents have to understand,
यस
and everything is centered around the child here.
बिल्कुल
We sacrifice our lives, we sacrifice our time, we sacrifice everything because we want our children to excel in all spheres of life. And I'm very grateful to all the parents for all their cooperation, and all the teachers for being such brave soldiers in this time of crisis.
बिल्कुल
Thank you very
बिल्कुल
much.
बिल्कुल This is so touching and this is so inspiring, and I'm sure through this platform, and I would make sure also that this entire talk show is is there on YouTube and on all channels, that that actually students, especially parents, जिनको ये पता नहीं है कि किस तरीके के कुछ नए टर्म्स आए हैं, या कोई किस तरीके की चीजें जिसमें फी का डिस्काउंट है, या कोई और हेल्प या कंसेशन रिलेटेड जो क्वेरीज हैं, it should reach out to them so that they can avail this. And thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for being a part of my talk show. And thank you
Thank
everyone for
you.
watching us.
Thank you, Prerna. Thanks a lot. Initially, I had so many apprehensions, but I really
I
loved it. Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am. Take care.
Thank
Thank you
you. Thank
everyone
you.
for watching us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.